Let's take a look at obituaries now, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. For pre-need funerals, burials, and cremation since 1975, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Memorial service for James Dillon Lang, age 13, of Sylacauga, will be Saturday at 1 p.m. from Bemiston Baptist Church in Talladega. Mr. Lang died on Sunday, September the 12th. In lieu of flowers, contribution in James' memory may be made to the Bemiston Baptist Church. Fond memories and expressions of sympathy may be shared at curtisonfh.com. For the Lang family, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Tammy Michelle Oliver of Talladega died September 14th at the age of 47. Funeral service will be 2 o'clock Saturday at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, with the Reverend Billy Epperson officiating. Burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The family receiving friends 1 hour prior to the service. Tammy was a native and lifelong resident of Talladega County and member of the Limbaugh Chapel Church in Talladega, where Reverend Billy Epperson is the pastor. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. William Marshall Parker, age 40, of Talladega, died September 13th. The family will announce services at a later date. Graveside service for Gladys A. Simmons, age 98, is 2 o'clock Saturday at Mount Olive Cemetery in Talladega. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary, directing. Kamea Taylor, age 26, died September 10th. Community Funeral Home announcing. Mary Oden, age 76, died September 13th. Community Funeral Home will announce those arrangements. Eveline Pitts, age 80, died September 14th. Community Funeral Home will announce those arrangements as well. And Sharon Silman died September 14th. Community Funeral Home announcing those arrangements. Funeral service for Carrie Threet is today at 1 p.m. from Community Funeral Home Chapel in Sylacauga, with burial in the Coosa Valley Baptist Church Cemetery in Vincent. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Kaylee Wisdom Fanera, age 20, of Childersburg, is today at 2 o'clock from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Mark Deason, along with Brother James Cooley, officiating. Burial in the Green Hill Cemetery of Childersburg. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga in charge of the arrangements. Homegoing celebration, remembering the life of Christine Jemison, age 95, is Friday at 11 a.m. from Kelly Springs Memorial Gardens, with Pastor L.L. Jacobs officiating. Public viewing is today from 2 until 7 at the funeral home. Professional services entrusted to S.M. Goodson Funeral Home and Crematory in Talladega. Mr. Leonard Peoples, age 63, of Kelladon, died Tuesday. Armours Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City, directing. Mrs. Willie B. Mrs. Punch Ewing, age 78, of Alexander City, died September the 11th at her residence. Armours Memorial Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. And memorial service for Mr. Billy Glenn, age 82, of Goodwater. That memorial service, 11 o'clock Friday morning at Armours Memorial Chapel in Alexander City. Final arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Funeral Home in Alexander City. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.